so I showed you how to set up the backdrop on a metal wall, just using a single pole. Now I want to show you, have this pulled back where you can see it. I'm going to leave the magnetic base on there so I don't have to take everything down, and then I'm going to replace that with the corner body, and I'll show you how to do that. Real simple to do, and we're going to create this corner. You want to start out by loosening this knob to where you can slide the single pole holder off, and just with the turret attached. So this is what we're going to do. Just going to lift that up. We've loosened that up. Take it off, set it on the side. Take your corner body, put it on there. Tighten that up where it won't come out. And now you have it set up with the corner body and the magnetic base. We're going to create a corner. Now you get to see the other part of the studio. This is where we do all of our shooting. Over here is our cells. We have a little refrigerator, microwave, of course TV over there where we show the images. And when we're doing Santa, maybe they can even, Dad can even watch football if, if he's not over here with the Santa crowd. Anyway, so this is the single pole holder. J-hooks, common saddle, 1.5 inches, because that's what we're using today. Knob, tighten it up onto the stand. So we're going to come over here, place this on the stand. We'll snug that up a little bit for now. And then we're going to come across here with a pole. And so this is the start of the corner. Now I'll get the camera and we'll look at the detail work. Now you can see we have our angle. We can do a 90, we can do a 45, or just about any angle that you need. So what we're going to do is take this loose. We're going to pull the backdrop all the way over here behind this, and then we're going to clamp it right there. And then we're going to swivel. We're going to swivel that a little bit to bring the backdrop out to where it's on front of the pipe here, like so. And then we have, and on the turret saddle, you have the bungee tie down. So we'll put that on there. Then we'll bring it over. And then that's secured in place. So now we'll put a backdrop on this here, and then you'll see, you probably already see how this corner is going to go together. And again, I like to clamp my backdrops so I can change them out without taking the poles down. So we'll come over here, make sure I stay out of the camera view as much as I can. So you want to bring the backdrop over to where the top is touching the one in the back. And if you put a clamp right there, now see how the corner's already coming together? This one's fitting pretty nice already. So our corner, it's falling pretty nice. That looks good from about anywhere in the room. We do have a little bit of a part here that kind of wants to curve in. And of course you'll get that on backdrops. But it's falling real nice and neat right now. And if you were to take a picture back this way, you might not ever see it, but we do have a couple little waves in here, and I'll show you how to get rid of those. And it's not much work to it at all. Okay, so we're back behind this corner that we just put together, and here's the rear backdrop, your metal, and here's the other backdrop coming into it. So I have these little magnets that I've come up with, and it has Velcro on the back, and I've put the other part on there, so that's the sticky side. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this and we're going to place it, say about right there. So it's kind of close to the edge, gives you a little bit more room to pull in And then we have, this is I call it, this is the puller. This is the part that actually pulls it into the other one. So we're going to come around to the back side of that, and it already grabbed a hold, and see how that's pulled that corner in nice and tight. Some backdrops you might need one or two. We've had some of the heavy fabric that we've actually had to use 6 on. So that's quite a few, but it went quick. I mean, you just stick them on there, and then you go down through there and get everything straightened out. It works very well, but I'll put a couple of these on there, and then you can see what it looks like from the front. Now I want to show you something really cool. So this is called a super stretcher. So it has a magnet on the bottom, one on the top, and this is the other part of it that has a magnet here. And so this backdrop that's coming in at an angle, so if it has waves in it, and if you pull it, you can put a stretcher here, but if you have to pull it a lot, it's going to pull this one, and it's going to start doing that. So this is really cool what we came up with here. And what you do with this part, you put it in behind that backdrop, like so. This has Velcro on it, as you can tell, just like the other smaller magnets that we put in the corner. We're going to put this big one on here. And it's heavy, as you can tell, but this is what it's made for. So you can stick it just like that. Now you can pull this backdrop, and it's not going to pull this one with it. It's going to keep it straight. So I'm going to take that off, move it back just a little bit, and I just leave these on the back. I leave these on the backdrop. And that's the smooth, that's the fuzzy side. So this is, I guess, a hook side, or what do you want to call it. So we're going to move that back just a little bit so we can get the backdrop a little closer to it. And I think we're in pretty good shape there. But you know, there's nothing else out there like that. No one's not ever done that. So anyway, you get the idea of it, and yeah, it makes life so much easier. Okay, now I have, and I know one backdrop shorter than the other. I just, demonstration purposes only. So I have 2 of the smaller magnets right here, and I have the super stretcher down at the bottom. And you can see already how that's turned out very nice. You don't have to sit there and fuss with it and put a tree in there or whatever. And if you have backdrops that go together, you can actually, if it runs to the corner, you can bring that corner back where I showed you that I put the backdrop past this one. So it might be, I don't know, a few inches back past it. You could actually bring this backdrop out, clamp it here, and then have those 2 corners come together if you need that. That is doable. So with the super stretcher down there, then you can come over to the pole or your stand, and then we have a little bungee stretcher here. And see, now you can pull on this, and it's not going to pull that backdrop towards you. It's going to keep it to the wall where it's supposed to be. And we can tighten this up just a little bit more. And now, let me see, let me come down here and grab it maybe a little bit lower. The bottom on that wants to come up a little bit. But anyway, so you can pull that, and you can get the waves out of this one, because you can pull the back one all day long on the metal, on poles and everything else. But now we can pull this one. Of course, on the top, with the clamps, you can pull it, and with a super stretcher on there, now you can get that bottom nice and straight, and you can get a nice flat backdrop to work with. And it just changes everything. And we've used this, it's minutes. It's just minutes. You know, and I might not have it perfectly in line. I probably don't have everything perfect, but to put it up in just basically 2 or 3 minutes. And, you know, bam, you got an assistant. You could probably set this whole thing up in just, I don't know, less than 5 minutes, setting everything up. And then you're done. And if you have to change it out, take clamps off, undo the stretchers, put another one back on there, leave everything in place, and you're good to go. And you could do that in no time. So saving time, saving space, creating corners that work. That's TogDrop solution.